Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, live the life we love. I said that there's a lot of people out there who don't like to hear positive affirmations. They think that positivity can be toxic. So for you naysayers out there, we have a whole bunch of disconfirming affirmations for you. So for you people out there, I just want to say, no, it's not imposter syndrome. You really do suck at everything you do. All right, so eat that, okay? All right, back to what we do. Our Thursday is the storytelling. This is one of my favorite things. You can't run away from your fate. There's this one story about this servant who was given money by his master to go and buy stuff for a feast. And it was a beautiful day outside. He was jiggling the coins in his pockets, thinking about all the wonderful things. When he got to the bazaar, he was going to get hummus and baba ganoush and pomegranate juice and dates. And it was fantastic. And as he turns to go into the square, he sees death. And they both do this, take at each other like that. And everybody knows that if death speaks to you, you're dead. So before death can say a word, he runs back to the master's house. He doesn't tell the master what's going on. He grabs the best horse he can in the stable and whips the beast mercilessly to go from Samarkand, where he is, to Bokhara. He finds an inn in Bokhara. He spends the money to get the best room he can. He closes the door. He shuts the windows and shutters, and he lies down in the bed exhausted from the ordeal. At 2 o'clock at night, the shutters burst open and death comes in. The guy says, "What are you doing? I thought I left you in Samarkand." He says, "I know, that's why I was so surprised to see you. I knew we had this meeting tonight here in Bokhara." So you can't run away from your fate. If you run away from it, you just really run into it. So today, the writing, for those of you who are journaling, for those of you who are elevating the conversation, those of you who are like sharing this with me, I'll move on to what I call the warrior archetype, the part of you that gets things done, the action-oriented part, the one that puts it into motion, makes it happen, disciplines yourself. So what's your current goals or objectives in your life? What do you want to achieve, and what do you think you need to do to succeed? Always good to have the flip side when you ask these questions. What are the obstacles? What are the opponents? What are the dragons, the drag-ons in your life that keep you from achieving your goals? I'd like to hear about it, or I hope that tweaks something in you to think about it. All right, my teacher, B.K.S. always says that we are designed for continual challenge. It never lets up. The status quo just leads to stagnation. What we suggest is a continual application, and that's really what's necessary for your own personal growth and for human evolution. The ultimate is the absolute abandonment of personal self to the universal non-denominational spirit. And when you're working on yourself, sometimes it's like hammering a rock. And if you give up after the first 20 blows, not realizing one more attempt might do it, keep hammering. It doesn't mean that the previous attempts were for naught, to no avail. Each contributes a share to the final resolution. 21st blow, the rock shatters. Keep on going. Most people don't want to think about it. They don't want to know, because if they knew, they'd have to get involved. But you can't kill this thing, this spiritual urge inside us, because it's hardwired. It'll gnaw at you. It's going to beckon from beyond. So you might as well build the legacy to well-being. Build a monument to well-being. What's the monument? Your life. Make your dominant intent to be what you want to see, not what you don't want to see. Justifying where you are by pleading your case doesn't get the law of attraction to hand over the goods. Once you decide that feeling good is priority, feeling good matters, it's relatively easy to let go of resistance. So, the aspect of free will that you think you have, that's how you can make your own conditions. Otherwise, life is not the great adventure that it could be, and it's possible to find some fun, some peace, some nobility, some connectedness, and not just the tragedy that's in life. So the problem that we all have. It's the easiest thing to forget what's important and just deal with the urgent. It's like some people are always creating fires that force them to have to pay attention to that because it's emergent. It's happening right now. You have to deal with it, right? But then the thing that's important gets to the back burner. So it's a great skill to tell the difference between these two, not to conflate them, and to give the correct amount of time to both what's urgent and what's important. So you can free yourself to do the best possible work that you can in the world, which is to serve other people, love them, and bring your gift.